Hey guys, Cece here. Okay, so normally I don't like to be the type of person that'll tell you, like, oh, this person sent me a mean message, this person sent me a mean message, because I've had my fair share of some hate messages. And if I sound stuffy or whatever, I'm sorry, my allergies are really bad right now. But today I received a message and I was very hurt by it. And I know with internet trolls and things like that, like, oh, don't let their words get to you, don't give them a reaction, that's what they want. But it's really hard when they hit a sore spot, I guess. So, to explain it, first of all, before I read the message, someone had asked me, and this is on a friend's Discord server, someone had asked me, what my favorite console is, or what I play, what console I use. And I responded saying that I've grown up with both Xbox and PlayStation. I've had multiple consoles. At the moment, I have a PS4, Xbox One, and my Switch. And I genuinely did not mean that in a cocky way or a no, I have all these in your face type of thing. I mean, I just said it as a matter of fact because I do have them, and I mean, I use them all. I don't have a favorite. I don't pick, oh, Xbox is so much better than this, and PS4 is so much better. Like, I hear so many people like, no, it's all about PS4. No, it's all about Xbox. And me personally, I don't care. I'll play on both consoles. I like them. I like them both. And I explained to this person, like, oh, yeah, my stepdad is a big gamer. So I was fortunate enough to grow up with Xbox and PlayStations because he, likes video games and he plays on both consoles and Nintendo consoles as well. And today, someone who wasn't part of the conversation took a screenshot of my message and said this to me. People like you are the most cancerous ever. Did you ever have a job, spoiled bitch? Just because you can hold a controller doesn't make you daddy's gamer girl. Fucking wank cry. I'm gonna start a fund. First of all, I don't know what the fund he was talking about. I don't know what fund he needs or she needs. Their username was just Rebellion. And one thing is, I hate when people say something is cancerous. Or like, this gives me cancer, that gave me cancer. And it's not that I have a stick up my butt. It's just like to take other people into consideration, knowing that something like cancer is such a big deal. It's something so inappropriate to joke about in that sense. I mean, to look at it so lightly and just be like, haha, that movie gave me cancer. Or this YouTuber gives me cancer. It's awful. it's to me, that was so sad. I mean, I don't like those jokes on the internet. I mean, it just doesn't settle well in my stomach, I guess. So for someone to call me cancerous was really like, okay, ouch. And then when I mentioned the sore spot, when he called me a spoiled bitch, that really hurt, because I will admit that, growing up, I honestly got a lot of the things I wanted. I was fortunate in that way. I got games, I got video games, I got toys, but, and I can't deny that I was spoiled. Yes, I am spoiled. But to call me a spoiled bitch and say, like, oh, have you ever even worked a day in your life? That's what hits home, because I know that the connotation of the word spoiled comes with the thought of, like, a spoiled brat. And to me, for me personally, I've always tried to stay humble. I do my best to appreciate anything and everything I have. I never want to take anything I have for granted. And even growing up, yeah, I was lucky to have all these consoles, but I never asked for them. I never asked for anything electronic. I never asked for anything that I was lucky enough to have. I never asked for an iPad when I got my iPad in middle school. It was my stepdad's old iPad. He got a new one and gave me his. I never asked him for it. I didn't even expect it. And that's another thing about being a spoiled brat. I never expect things. I never expect things to just come to me. I'm not entitled in that sense. Like, I deserve everything I have, even if I don't work for it. That's not my mindset. That's not my thought process at all. And, you know, to answer this person, yes, I have worked. I've had multiple jobs. I know what it's like to go to work and earn that freaking paycheck. I know how that feels. I spend my money on you know, tire rotation and oil change and car services and cell phone and groceries sometimes. I mean, groceries is not as much because my parents help me out with that. But, I do go out and buy my own lunch at lunch or at break time at work. Or, if I take my sisters out, I spend the money. They're my little sisters. I am the one that's going to provide at that moment. I know what it's like to work for the money and spend it and see how quickly that money can go. So just because I grew up fortunate enough to have these things doesn't mean my parents raised me to be ungrateful and unappreciative of the things I have. I'm very appreciative and very grateful. And like I said, I try to stay completely humble. And again, I don't want to be, I know some people find it amusing when, like, YouTubers will be like, oh, reading mean comments, and it is funny sometimes, I admit. I mean, like, the way the YouTuber perceives the comments and the way they laugh about it together and stuff, like, oh, this person really took the time out of their day to write something, and sometimes they're not even grammatically correct, or, but, I mean, personally, I try not to focus on the negativity and the negative comments I get. I mean, I've had, like I said, my fair share of mean comments. I've had someone tell me that my voice sounded like an effing robot trying to shove a broomstick up my butt. I mean, with meaner words than what I'm saying, but, so, and I've never made a video to complain about a bad comment. This one in particular, like I said, it just hit home because everything he said kind of just degraded everything I try to live by. I try to live by, appreciating the things around me, the things I have, and the people I have, and the people around me. I live, to be as nice as I can be, and in a sense, avoid being a bitch. And so to call me spoiled bitch was like, I don't know. I don't know if I have weak skin and I'm just taking this too personally. And like I said in the beginning, I know, oh, don't take their words to heart, blah, blah, blah. They just want attention. I get it. But it just felt like I really don't want people to think this of me. And that, like I said, affects me because I know I grew up spoiled. And like I said already, that when you think of the word spoiled, sometimes the first thing that comes to your mind is like this spoiled brat, this spoiled bitch doesn't know how to appreciate anything. And it sucks because that's not who I am. I'm not trying to say, oh, I got everything I want, boo-hoo, poor me. That's not what I'm saying here either. What I'm saying sucks is that I don't want to be perceived that way when that's absolutely not who I am at all. And again, when I answered that person's question about the consoles, it wasn't meant to be in a boasting way. I wasn't trying to boast about everything I have. I was simply just answering it as a matter of fact. To me, that's how it felt. I mean, if this person who jumped in felt like I was rubbing it in their face and decided to call me a spoiled bitch, I can understand that, but that's not how I meant it at all. And I just don't want, because I know I've mentioned in previous videos that I, had almost every console, like, ever. And I don't want people to assume that I'm a bratty person that gets whatever I want and doesn't appreciate it or doesn't understand the meaning of hard work. And yeah, thanks for letting me rant here a bit. Have a good day, guys. Or, well, night. It's nighttime. You can't really tell because I don't think you can tell. I mean, other than... Never mind. I'm rambling now. Have a good night, guys. Bye.